Very good afternoon. You're watching Rajya Sabha News with me, Ashparya. Let us start with the headlines. Rajya Sabha passes Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code Second Amendment Bill 2020. Bill suspends insolvency proceedings for payment defaults by companies for 6 months. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman asserts it does not provide protection to unscrupulous elements. Upper House passes bill to amend the Epidemic Diseases Act. Bill prescribes stricter action to people causing harm to health workers. Health Minister Dr. Harshvardhan says there has been a dramatic decrease in violence against medical professionals after the offence was made non-bailable and cognizable. And Chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu reminds members of precautionary and remedial measures to be followed in Parliament. Report of the Public Accounts Committee presented in Rajya Sabha. Members pay tributes to former member of Rajya Sabha, Nazneen Farooq. The Upper House today passed the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code Second Amendment Bill 2020 by voice vote. Replying to the discussion, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman said that IBC had been successful in reducing India's stressed assets. She also apprised the members about the recoveries made through the insolvency process. The minister also asserted that the bill doesn't provide any protection to unscrupulous elements.
Section 7 related, which is the financial creditor, 2,789 company cases had been resolved even before they got admitted into the NCLT. And this amount which got disposed in this resolution is 1,96,171 crores. Section 9 related, which is the operational creditor related cases, sir, even before admission and a giving data of 31st July 2020. 11,581 cases have been disposed of even before admission, Section 9 cases, and in this the amount which got resolved is 1,63,927 crores. And finally, sir, Section 10, corporate debtors. 140 cases were disposed of before entering the NCLT. Again, data for 31st July 2020. 1,53,372 crores have been sorted out.
The Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code Second Amendment Bill 2020 amends the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code 2016. It seeks to temporarily suspend initiation of a corporate insolvency resolution process or CIRP under the code. The bill replaces the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code Amendment Ordinance 2020 promulgated in June this year. It provides that for defaults arising during the 6 months from 25th March of this year, CIRP can never be initiated by either the company or its creditors. The central government may extend this period to 1 year through notification. Insolvency is a situation where individuals or companies are unable to repay their outstanding debt. And participating in the debate on the bill, the members sought to know if this bill seeks to protect a COVID category of industries or all the industries based on their performance in the past. And several members also said that with the passage of the bill, financially stressed companies will get an opportunity to work in a better ecosystem and ease of doing business will also be enhanced. Let's take a listen.
What my case is, a blanket protection by suspension of entire IBC framework will create burden and helplessness on the part of MSME creditors. Small creditors who have provided services to defaulting large corporations will be rendered helpless without the protection under the code. This will definitely punish a small trader like Ramlal.
This IBC has resulted high recovery update. The second, release of locked capital. The third, the better credit discipline, faster resolution is a exit. And it has left the positive impact, and overall ecosystem of the country is very good, sir.
The intention of the bill is nick, no doubt about it that you really wanted to help. But like everything else, sir, you are in a hurry to do things without a larger consultation. Sir, the bill is, that's why, please don't take it otherwise, hastily drafted, ill-worded piece of legislation, which Vivek ji talked in detail, which would unfortunately defeat its own purpose.
If you look at the statement of object, paragraph 2, it talks about pandemic-related stress. If you look at the government of India's assessment of the GST compensation, there was an element of compensation which is, or the compensation arising out of pandemic, and another one which for other reasons because of economic condition. If the government could decipher this particular thing, I am sure here the pandemic-related stress could have been deciphered instead of keeping it to about a 1 year period. Because what happens after 1 year period?
इस बिल के माध्यम से मुझे लगता है कि कोविड-19 चर्चा में है और उसकी इफेक्ट दूसरी है। जिस तरीके से कंपनियां लॉकडाउन होने के मारे कंपनियां बर्बाद हुई हैं, सर ये पता लग रहा है कि लॉकडाउन पीरियड में ही लगभग 70% जंप हुआ है इंसॉल्वेंसी कंपनियों के केसेस में। सर अभी तक 3,774 केसेस अभी तक इंसॉल्वेंसी बोर्ड ने देखे हैं।
Two things I'll quickly say. That one is under suspension section 7, 9 and 10. A prohibition on voluntary insolvency proceedings of a corporate debtor in distress may result in further deterioration of his assets. I think this anomaly could be taken care of. Then is blanket ban in intentional defaults. Exempting defaults during the disruption period may lead to intentional defaults. I think that should also.
There's nothing to object about this bill. In fact, we all should support it because it has a limited objective to overcome the current crisis which we are all facing globally and in our country. But the larger issue will be that there will be some amendments required in future because of the experience in the last couple of years, what we have acquired. And I think we need to go for major amendments as we move forward. Small businesses especially, madam, you must look at some kind of an interest subvention scheme for them for this moratorium period.
DMK, while welcoming the bill, feels that there is discrimination between the corporate bodies and common man. Honorable Finance Minister may kindly tell this House as to why similar treatment is not given to individuals, proprietorship entity and partnership firms who are kept in Part 3 of the IBC Code. While individual proprietorship and partnership will face insolvency proceedings during COVID-19 period, however, the corporate companies placed in Part 2 of the IBC Code alone will get the exemption. Is it not a discrimination? In the same code, why such differential treatment? Is this government only for corporate cronies?
All right, Kriti Mishra, our colleague, is now joining us live from Parliament. Kriti, very good afternoon. So we saw talking about the first bill, the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code Second Amendment Bill 2020 that was passed by Rajya Sabha today. You know, it saw 16 speakers giving their inputs and, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman explaining in detail, in length about the merits of this bill and saying that the intention is to keep the companies a going concern and not to liquidate them. Tell us more about this bill that has been passed by the Rajya Sabha today.
Well, absolutely, Aishwarya. So this was a very important bill that was passed by the Rajya Sabha today. In fact, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, when she was responding to the concerns raised by the members, she highlighted that it is because of this code that the burden of stressed assets on India has reduced. She also said that this particular amendment in the Act will not shield any of the unscrupulous elements. And of course, participating in the discussion, the members also said that this will provide a good ecosystem for the companies to evolve and to stay afloat. And also the fact that ease of doing business in India would be enhanced. Now, talking about the provisions of the bill, remember the IBC is a very important code that provides for resolution of stressed assets. And this particular amendment in the Act provides for temporary suspension of initiating the insolvency proceedings because of coronavirus pandemic that has struck the financial structure in the companies. So this will give a breather to the companies. However, an important highlight in this bill is that defaults before the 25th of March will attract insolvency proceedings. So this is a very important bill that was passed by the Rajya Sabha today. Back to you, Aishwarya.
Kriti, stay with us. We also need to discuss about the second bill that was passed. So the Rajya Sabha also today passed the Epidemic Diseases Amendment Bill 2020. And replying to the debate on the bill in the Upper House, Union Health Minister Dr. Harsh Vardhan said that the bill aims to protect medical professionals. The bill amends the 125 years old Epidemic Diseases Act 1897 that protects health workers in the country. The bill makes any crime against health professionals as a cognizable and non-bailable offence. The offenders can also be fined anywhere between 50,000 rupees to 2 lakh rupees, and they will also have to serve a prison term between 3 months to 5 years. And if an act of violence against a healthcare service personnel causes grievous harm, then the offender will be punishable with imprisonment between 6 months and 7 years and a fine between 1 lakh rupees and 5 lakh rupees. And earlier in April, the government brought the Epidemic Diseases Amendment Ordinance to provide protection to healthcare professionals combating coronavirus pandemic and to expand the powers of the central government to prevent the spread of such diseases.
जो चार्जेस चाहे वो लेबॉर्ट्रीज़ के हो दूसरी चीज़ों के हो उनको सबको रेशनल करने के लिए जो है रेशनलाइज करने के लिए स्टेट गवर्नमेंट्स को भी सब प्रकार के सपोर्ट सिस्टम्स दिए हैं। कई स्टेट गवर्नमेंट्स ने उसके बारे में पॉजिटिव काम भी किया है। कई लोगों ने आयुष्मान भारत और CGHS के रेट्स के साथ अपने रेट्स को सिंक्रोनाइज किया है। जो ड्रग्स की वैक्सीन्स दूसरी जो PPEs और उन चीज़ों के जो ओवर चार्जिंग के बारे में ब्लैक मार्केटिंग के बारे में किया गया है, तो समय समय पर ये बताया गया है कि किस प्रकार से ड्रग कंट्रोलर ने स्टेट के ड्रग कंट्रोलर्स के साथ मिलकर इस विषय पर कितनी सख्ती से एक्शंस लेने के लिए इंस्ट्रक्शंस किए हैं।
All right, let's go back to Kriti. Kriti, the Epidemic Diseases Amendment Bill 2020 was also passed by Rajya Sabha with Dr. Harsh Vardhan saying that many healthcare workers were actually insulted due to the stigma attached to COVID-19 and thus a need for, a prohibitory mechanism against such incidents. And he also talked about the other merits of this particular bill. Tell us more.
Well, absolutely, Aishwarya. You may recall that Chairman Rajya Sabha M.A. Naidu on several occasions has said that we need to fight coronavirus pandemic, but it is equally important to fight the prejudice associated to it. So that sense was, in a way, we saw that reiterated in the House today when Health and Family Welfare Minister Dr. Harsh Vardhan said that it is to fight the stigma and it is to protect the healthcare workers, the frontline workers who've been fighting this battle against the coronavirus. He also said that the government swung into action and it decided that there has to be a strict law, a stern law to protect the healthcare workers. So as far as the bill is concerned and talking about the provisions of the bill, this protects the healthcare workers, the allied workers fighting the coronavirus pandemic, and anybody in contravention of the principles or the law would be punishable with starting with 3 months or 5 years of jail term or a fine of 50,000 to even lakhs of rupees. So it is a very important bill that was passed by the Rajya Sabha today, wherein the members also expressed solidarity with the healthcare members and also welcomed this important bill. Aishwarya?
Kriti, thank you so much for all those updates on Rajya Sabha's proceedings today. And with that, we wrap up this edition of Rajya Sabha News. Thanks so much for watching.